Dance football for the love of the game.
I'm sure you've heard the news. Friday nights are for soccer. Let's kick things off, singing. Friday night, it's time to go. Tune into Gant for the soccer show. The crowd's alive, the lights are bright. Gant football brings the night. Goals and passes, speed and flair. Feel the magic in the air. From the kickoff to the whistle blow, Gant's the place for the ultimate show. Catch the action, feel the thrill. Friday nights where dreams fulfill. Gant football.
Dance football for the love of the game.
Yeah, hello. Welcome to today's program. Welcome to our Saturday night football club, where we discuss issues that concerns what football around the globe. My name remains was Mitlai, and I'll be joined soon by my very reliable and knowledgeable co-host, Adabada. So, guys, I welcome you again. Thank you for actually joining. Apologies, I wasn't actually here last week. I came in slightly very late, just because of few things that I actually came up then. So I had an interview with former Nigerian international Sam Soje, and the interview took a while before we actually finished it. But now we're back. So I want to appreciate you and thank you guys for actually joining. Thank you for actually joining, guys. The stream will be ending very soon on Instagram. Don't forget to go and join on YouTube. The link is there at Gant Football 2. Don't forget to actually join on YouTube. So, guys, thank you guys for actually joining. Thank you guys for actually joining. So, just tell me what is going on. Tell me where you are joining from. Let me actually give you a shout out before we kickstart. We have a lot of things to discuss today, but we're gonna look for how to actually finish everything. We have a lot of things to actually to discuss, so we look for how we can actually be able to dissect everything today. But like I say, I'm going to start because I don't want us to spend too much time here. I'm going to start. There's this popular say. They say that charity begins at home. So I'm going to start from on the home front. I'm going to start on the home front. That is, I'm going to start with the MPFL. So currently now the MPFL is already on the week 14. Currently it's actually it's on week 14. Oh, thank you, Aidatu. Thank you for joining. So we're on week 14, and you can see clearly here that Remo Stars actually are back on top of the MPFL table, followed by Rivers United. Enugu Rangers actually were third, last year's champion, and Lobby Stars. Amokashi Lobby Stars actually were bottom of the table. Amokashi is second from bottom. Bende Insurance 20th. Nasarawa United actually was 18th, and Aqua United 17th. So, the MPFA is still the same MPFA. The distance between the gap between the between the table toppers and actually guys, just hold on a second. I was in between, nearly about to forget by this thing. So the table toppers, the gap between the table toppers and Kano Pillars is just 7 points. That means that the gap is not so. This thing can actually change anywhere from now. So you could see Kano Pillars actually getting 2 wins or so, they're gonna actually move up. So it's very tight. It's not, there's no like clear leaders in this MPFS. So let me just go to the this week, week 15. There's gonna be Lobby Stars against Kwara United. That's gonna be tomorrow. Better Insurance against Plateau United. That's gonna be tomorrow too. On Sunday, Economic Warriors against the Bayelsa United in Maiduguri. Rivers against Kano Pillars in Port Harcourt. Ikorodu will play against Aqua in Lagos. Katsina will host Sunshine Star in Katsina. Atlant with Owerri will play at home in Owerri against Nasarawa United. Niger Tornadoes will play in Kaduna. No, we play in Minna against Raymond Stars. Shooting Stars of Ibadan will be at home against Abia Warriors. Why Enyimba will play at home on Tuesday. Don't forget that Enyimba is currently playing in the CAF Conference Cup. They will be at home against. They will play at home against Enugu Rangers. So that is actually what happened. So that is that on the NPFL. So we just hope that it's going to be free of incidents in this weekend too, and we hope that we will not be having another straight home wins. I hope that some teams playing away from home too will be able to actually to push something away from home. So that is that on the NPFL. So, and I'm going to just move on quickly now, and I'm going to go to move on quickly, and I'm going to move on and discuss this Nigeria so representative in the CAF Conference Cup, Enyimba of Aba. If you've watched this show before, we discussed about Enyimba. So Enyimba played in Egypt against Al-Masry. They actually lost by 2-0. So one in the first half, as early as the second minute or so, while they tore the goal. Second goal came in the second half. So they lost 2-0 and they are bottom of the table currently in the CAF Conference Cup. So now that they lost 2-0, and the implication is that if Enyimba could crash out in this year's CAF Conference Cup very early, that means that the CAF might reduce Nigeria's slots in the continent to only 2. That means that only the league champion will be going to the CAF Champions League. Only the league champion will go to the CAF Champions League, while the FA Cup champion will go to the CAF Conference Cup, the way they do it in Ghana. So I just hope that Enyimba, the all Nigerian hopes now, actually was on Enyimba. If Enyimba could qualify from this group, that means that Enyimba, the 4 slots from the Nigerian club will be retained. But if Enyimba crash out in the group stage, that means that we're going to be having only 2 slots in the continent. And that's going to be very bad for a country like Nigeria. So it's going to be very bad. Most of our teams don't be able to showcase their talent in these big tournaments in Africa. So I just hope that Enyimba can actually do Nigerian proud and actually qualify for the next stage. So I just hope that things actually work out for Enyimba. So this is the groups. This is the standings for the CAF Conference Cup. It's 4 groups. We have 4 groups of 4 teams. So we have Simba, on top in Group 1. We also have CX Fasien, Consistent, and also Bravo do Mukwes. And so the one that concerns us majorly is just about Enyimba. So Al-Masry is on top of that group with 3 points, followed by Zamalek of Egypt with also 3 points. Apologies for that mistake there. It's 3 points. So with 3 points, Boo lost to Zamalek 2-0, while Enyimba actually have no points after losing their game against the Al-Masry. So we just hope that Enyimba can do something, so that all hopes, because we used to have 2 teams playing in the continent, playing the CAF Champions League. But if Enyimba did not progress from this group stage, that means that CAF will reduce Nigeria's slot to only 1 in the CAF Champions League and also 1 in the CAF Conference Cup. That means that if you finish second in the league, there's no incentive for you to play in the continent. So I just hope that Enyimba can actually do this, and also the NPFL too should look for a way to support Enyimba too, just that these guys can actually just qualify and actually move on. So I have my man just joined me. It's in the background now. I know that he's been maybe just finished having his meal. It's already in Christmas mode. So let me try and thank you for actually joining. I can see that you're even, when I said you're in Christmas mode, you are not even showing us the Christmas chicken. Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I was caught unawares.
Okay. That's fine. So, but before you actually join for about 10 minutes, I'll be talking about the NPFL, and I discussed about the current league that I showed the league that there's no really big gap between the first and even the 7th. 7 points. In between. That means that even Kano Pillars, they don't have the chance of still winning, any small, maybe 2 wins now.
The margin is very small.
It's very small. It's very small. Those okay. I want to ask you a question. Does it tell you about the competitive nature of the MPFL, or it's just that they are canceling out each other? Like, is it like it's very competitive, or
Would we
just
say
that
more of the competitive nature, or more of the? Smith, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I think your internet is like slightly poor. I don't know.
Hello, Smith.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Is it okay now? Is it okay now?
I think it's better now. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I think it's still going down slightly. Yeah. Okay. Maybe. So let me just. I think it's having internet issues, guys. Just bear with us, guys. Go and join on YouTube and share it quickly. Go and join on YouTube. Can you hear me now? Hello.
I can hear you, Smith. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can. You can actually unmute yourself if you.
So my I think I'm lagging. Let me switch to my mobile internet.
Okay. All right. I'll just take you. Yeah. Okay. So if we join very soon, it's just in the back end there. So we're just talking about the MPFL, before I actually want to move on, but I think we'll have to move on from this MPFL. So I hear you, Odun Bayo Omobolaji. Thank you for actually joining in. I also hear you, John Jones is a regular contributor on this show. And also Afolari Salami, my brother Salam, so also joining too. How is insurance last on the table after just one season of Shuaibu not available for them? It's just that is one thing that we said our clubs should be independent of no matter the governor. It's actually what there. It's sad that Bend Insurance that was flying under the last government now, they are now last. It's just a shame. And I'm also hearing that the coach too, Monday Odige, also resigned from his position. So they are in a deep mess. So I hear you too, Footballers Connect. So that they're the deep mess. I just hope that things can actually turn around for them. I don't know, maybe Dabada is ready. If he's ready, it's going to be a thumb up from the end. So that is that's on the African continent. So let's just move on. Let's move on quickly and discuss about the women's team. Wafubi, they have been doing well this time around. I can tell you that Wafubi just launched a new tournament, a sub-beginner tournament. Okay, I think Dawada is ready. So Dawada, okay, I think I was trying to add into the stage. Okay, I think he moved out too. Okay, so Wafubi just launched a new regional tournament, and it's going to start December 12th to 26th. That means that there might be no Christmas. There might be no Christmas for the ladies, for the under 17 ladies, because they will be playing this thing. Okay, are you back now?
Yes, I'm back, and is everything
back? Okay, just a quick take on Enyiba's performance in the CAF Confed Cup. What do you take? They lost 2-0 against Al-Masry in Egypt. But let me just ask you this question. There's a big issue here. If anybody did not qualify from the group, they will give Nigeria 2 slots in the continent. One in Champions League, one in Confed Cup. So what do you think will actually happen? What's your take on that? Anybody, they're not starting well, and I don't think they can qualify for that group.
I think that shows how poor our league is.
Mm-hmm.
And it shows the low level of quality we also have in our teams.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we say we're the supposed giant of Africa,
mm-hmm.
we have the Super Eagles, and we don't have a league to show for it. That's that is a sore taste in the mouth of that should leave a sore taste in the mouth of the administrators.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Growing up, Eyimba was one of the strongest teams in Africa. I remember Eyimba winning the CAF Champions League back-to-back, beating the likes of Ali Ali.
Yeah.
Aba was a fortress.
Yeah.
Esperance of Tunis.
Yeah.
Aba was a fortress.
Mm-hmm.
Aba was a fortress, but now one of our leagues turned to. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't make it out of the group. See, Smith, like, even next season, I won't be surprised they reduce it to 1 slot. Because our league is poor. The quality, you were asking me, You're asking me the point gap difference. It shows the lack of quality. I'm sorry to say. The quality in between those teams, they are not standard players.
Yeah.
A 40-year-old man, a
yeah.
40-year-old man is still ruling the league, and we are hyping him.
It's still only rings one day. So, thank you, Dagwada, for that. I just hope that Giba can get their ass together, win maybe 3 of their 3 home games, and see exactly maybe they can actually qualify. So, CAF just launched this tournament. No, not CAF, sorry, WAFU B. It's WAFU Under 17 Cup. Maybe they should write Nigeria there because we're gonna win it. I'm just joking. So they made a draw this morning. Group A, Ghana, Burkina Faso, Benin Republic. Group B, Nigeria, Niger, and Cote d'Ivoire. So I'm happy. For me, I'm just going to go first. I'm happy with what CAF is doing. I think that what WAFU is doing is going to actually develop more women football. If you look at some of these teams, Niger Republic, Burkina Faso, these are like countries that you don't expect their women's team to be very strong because of the culture, religion, and everything. You don't expect them to be very strong because the way, what is actually happening in that type of country. But you can see that these tournaments are coming. The WAFU, they have under 20. They also have under 17 and for women. So it's actually, for me, I think it's actually very good. I just hope that Nigeria, because we have women's under 17 World Cup again next year. It's not going to be every year. FIFA made it to be every year. I just hope that Nigeria can put this type of program in their plan and develop a new set of under 17 that can go and represent Nigeria very well in Morocco next year. I just hope that one. So, Dabada, what is your take on this WAFU B? What's your take? How important do you think that this tournament can be?
Honestly, it's very good for the development of the game. We'll be able to churn out more products, more academic products, and it's left, the onus is on the administrators to see this as a platform to announce and our girls. If we don't put things in the right shape, these smaller countries are going to spin past us within a twinkle of an eye before we know it.
Thank you.
These smaller countries, especially in the women's game in Africa, are catching up to us. Let's be honest with ourselves. If we don't get to work, if we don't get to work, honestly, it's going to be very bad. It's going to be a bad days coming. Hopefully, I hope it's not bad days. Hopefully, we can do things right and get things done.
So, talking still about women football, we got to start very fast. Volk can bring people on. If you want to join, please just go post the link as soon as possible. So, still about the women team, about few days ago too, CAF also released the list for the draws for the women's championship that will take place in July next year. So Group A there, Morocco, Zambia, Senegal, DR Congo. Group B, Nigeria, Tunisia, Algeria, Botswana. Group C, South Africa, Ghana, Mali, and Tanzania. So we're just going to focus on our group: Nigeria, Tunisia, Algeria, Botswana. Do you think any team can stop us here from getting the 3 points? All the 9 points.
9 points in the bag. 9 points in the bag.
For me too. I think it's going to be 9 points in the bag. I think
we know our main contenders are Zambia, South Africa.
Yes,
those are main contenders. So
Morocco
is trying. Morocco will try. But our main contenders are Zambia and South Africa.
For me. So I just think that we should be able to beat Tunisia. For me, I think Tunisia might be the strongest team here. I think we just need to beat Tunisia. Also beat Algeria. We just beat Algeria. Our team C just beat Algeria recently in a friendly game, and also Botswana. So for me, I think that we should be able. So the only question mark about this tournament is this: is this tournament the qualifiers for the World Cup in Brazil 2027? If it's the qualifiers, CAF should come and tell us so we know how to prepare. It's not that it's going to get to the stage now that CAF now say, okay, you know what? Because there's no time for the qualifiers of the World Cup. Let's use the 4 semi-finalists in these tournaments to say they are going to the World Cup. No, we need to know now so that at the end of the day, these teams will know exactly how to prepare for the tournament. Because if we can get a 9 points from that group, we will play the 3rd best team in Group A or Group C we play against the third best team in Group A or what? Or Group C. So if we play against the third best team in Group A or Group C, if I'm by my own calculation, that we're still going to get our scorecard though. Don't worry. We're going to get our scorecard. Don't worry. We're going to get our scorecard though. So for me, I think Senegal and Mali in the second round, in the quarterfinals. I think we can actually we can do well. We can do well here. We just need to actually get it right. So I wish the Falcons the best of luck. The tournament will start July. Just sincerely will be there in Morocco if if you actually want. So we're gonna actually trying, because it's gonna be during the holidays time too. So I think Morocco should have a lot of visitors, coming in that type of coming to visit them. So thank you for that. So I can actually see your messages just as I will get back to you very soon. So as we get to Super Eagles matter. So let me just move on quickly. So, and also talk about, apart from this thing that will take place, there's also a friendly game that will go take place tomorrow. According to reports, there's going to be a friendly game that will take place tomorrow. That's going to be France versus Nigeria. So our main man, OJB, is already live in Paris. He's already, he's even based in Paris. He's already is he Nantes or so?
In Angers.
Yeah, on J, yeah. You see on J. I don't know. So France will play against Nigeria in on J, and these guys, we have played France several times. The games were very close, but this time around, what do you expect?
Honestly, it's a friendly game. I expect the game. Honestly, I'm not confident because of the coaching crew.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe in the ability of the girls. I think it's 2 games. They're playing 2 games.
No, 1.
Just 1. We should. I hope we get a result. My heart says that we should get a result. We should, but in my head, I feel like we'll get peeped. Like maybe like a 2-1 or 3-1. Not something very close.
Something very close. Do you think that we score any goal?
Definitely. We'll get a goal.
We'll score. We'll get a goal.
We'll get a
okay, but you think that France will beat Nigeria? So for
yes.
well, for me, I think it was a friendly game. I don't want to lay too much emphasis on these friendly games like this, but I just think that we should look for, France are preparing for Euros. They are playing Nigeria. Nigeria are preparing for AFCON where they are playing France. It's France from Africa. I'm just trying to say that
it's bilateral relationship. Bilateral relationship.
Yes. So maybe it's due to the bilateral relationship between Nigeria, because I know that our president was also in France too, about maybe about a day or 2 ago. I'm not really actually sure. Maybe you're actually right. Maybe it's bilateral, but I wish you get the best of luck. I think it's going to be like around 8 p.m. UK time, 9 p.m. Nigerian time. So it's going to be 9 p.m. French time too. I just wish the girls the very best of luck. So, I just hope that they won't get whitewashed. The girls should go there and give a good account of themselves. Actually, what the most important thing. So I wish the girls the best of luck. So that is her take on that. So Dawada, you said that it's going to be a 2-1.
A close result. I hope it will be a close result.
Okay. For me, I don't think it's going to be a close result. I think it might be around 3-0 or so. I think so. Yeah, I just think that we're not ready for this.
We've got Chiamaka in the goal, so
I think Chiamaka, they might do Chiamaka. I think these girls, I don't know. So now let's just move on to the Super Eagles quickly because of time. And I want us to try and Super Eagles. So, but we'll start with the FIFA ranking came out yesterday, and we need to just talk about what's really happening in the FIFA ranking. So, last time I was with Dawada, we discussed about the FIFA ranking, talk about how we moved up. So now, Nigeria is somewhere there, loose draw. So Nigeria is somewhere that you can see that Nigeria will move down 8 places. in the FIFA ranking, and now fifth in Africa. Algeria is now fourth in Africa. I think Senegal, they move upward 3 places, and you can see South Africa. They're now in top 10 in Africa. First time for a long time, and I'll put it that way. So that you can't eat your cake and still have it. Now we got a lose and we also got a draw. So now we are now first in Africa. We also taking it. Well, we lost 8 places.
Honestly, it's quite sad, the state of our football. Last time we spoke, I was thinking about it. We're always in top 10, but see us now.
Mm-hmm.
We need to fix our team. We need to get in the right people. See, this is not immediately.
Mm-hmm.
The NFF are still dilly-dallying about on who to get as the next coach. We need to stop that and become serious. Let's get serious.
Mm-hmm.
This is poor.
Mm-hmm.
We should not be dropping out of the top 3 in Africa.
Yeah, we should not be dropping out of the top 3 in Africa.
Should not be dropping out of the top 3 in Africa. So.
Yeah. So if either to is still on the phone, if he's ready, I will bring him on. I think he's still on the phone. As soon as I see that he's not on the phone, I should bring him on. We'll just say a few things about the Wafubi and so on. So for me, I just think that we need to get wins. It's also good too, because a lot of people think that we don't care about these tournaments. That what about this thing? Because sometimes when you go for a draw, maybe AFCON draw, they will put you in pot 2. If you are not there, they will put you in pot 2, and that is actually what the danger of all these things. So if you put you in pot 2 against a very big team in Africa, we might be facing elimination, at a very early stage. I remember the last AFCON that Nigeria was pissed with Ivory Coast. We were like already scared that we might probably actually even crash on the group stage. So I just hope that we get our ass together and actually start winning games. For me, I think we're going to slide down further, because the next time we play a game will be a match. When we play against Rwanda and actually Zimbabwe in the next FIFA window. So for me, I think that we just need to actually get our ass together. That's actually what the most important thing. So I'm going to actually just bring Aidotu on quickly, and so Aidotu, thanks for actually joining me. So just going to ask you a question about the FIFA ranking now. What's your take about it quickly?
When I saw the ranking, I felt bad. That shows that our football is going down. When we came second at the AFCON, this is not where we were.
It has gone down. It's not going. It has gone down.
This is not where we were after when we came second at the AFCON. So people might be saying, "Oh, coronavirus is also going down." But when I'll ask that question, is somebody's own is getting bad? Are you praying for yours to get bad too? No. We should compare ourselves with people that are moving up. I don't know. I think this is not the right. I'll be forced to agree with Dagbada that our football has gone down. That's not going down, because I don't see any reason why we have to move that deep. No. If we are taking our chances, if you are invited the right players, if you are got the right coach, if you had won the last 2 matches, I'm telling you, we would have gone up. We would have gone up. I don't see any reason why we should keep going down. No, so it's not a good thing. I'm not happy what is going on. And if you don't be careful, we are going to slip down more.
Thank you for that. So before we actually just move on, let's quickly, we still don't have a lot of things to talk about the Super Eagles of Nigeria, but just about, let's just leave Super Eagles for now and just move on to the African continent. Then we come back to Super Eagles and we discuss about the FIFA, the best award, and also our player focus today. But let me just move on slightly to the continent. Let me just try and tell you that at least we have all our finalists now in this year's AFCON. You can see, yes, Morocco. Yeah, going to Morocco. So let me just give you a rundown. Morocco qualified as host. Burkina Faso, Cameroon, Algeria, DR Congo, Senegal, Egypt, Angola, Equatorial Guinea, Cote d'Ivoire, Gabon, Uganda, South Africa, Tunisia, Nigeria, Super Eagles, Zimbabwe, Zambia, Mali, Comoros, Sudan, Benin Republic, Tanzania, Botswana, and Mozambique. These are the teams that actually was qualifying for the next year's AFCON. And we'll be having some good visitors. There's no Cape Verde, but we have Equatorial Guinea. Zimbabwe is coming back, so it's going to be quite very, very interesting AFCON. We just hope that it's going to live up to expectation. But on a sad note, is that we used to have we have 11 teams from WAFU that qualified last year. Unfortunately, it's now down to 6. So 5 crashed out. I just hope that we also get things right in WAFU, so that they can imagine COSAFA is now the one dominating this tournament. COSAFA and where the CAF president comes from, to tell you that they are doing something right too. We need to actually also get our hearts together. That's actually what the Muslim want to see. So now it's to the head-to-head. So head-to-head is between me and Dagbada now. So let's start our head-to-head, Dagbada. Before we actually let's start our head-to-head. So yes, I'm good. This is Group K. I want to start from Group A. Yes, Dagbada. This group. Do you remember who you picked?
I think I said Gambia and Tunisia. So I went for Gambia and Tunisia too. So both of us, I went for Gambia and Tunisia too. So both of us actually got that one wrong. So Group B, who do you go for? Morocco and Gabon.
Gabon, yes. I also went for actually Morocco and Gabon. We are going to where you don't worry. Sorry, let me just Group C. You went for which team did you go for in Group C?
Egypt and Cape Verde.
Yes,
I believe Egypt and Cape Verde.
Yeah, it was Egypt and Cape Verde that she was go for. I also went for Egypt and actually and Cape Verde too. Unfortunately, Cape Verde disappointed us and we didn't qualify. What about Group D?
Nigeria and Benin.
Nigeria and Benin Republic. Benin Republic. So there's nothing to actually separate us now. But let's move on to Group E. Group E. You picked what?
I know I said Algeria, but I'm not sure if it was Togo or Equatorial Guinea I mentioned in this group.
No. You went for Equatorial Guinea. Exactly. So maybe based on the way they performed already last AFCON, I went for Equatorial Guinea. But this group, this is where
I said Ghana and Angola.
Yeah, you said Ghana and Angola to qualify. And I also went to I also picked Ghana and Angola to qualify from this group. But unfortunately, our brothers did not actually did not disappoint us.
Our Ghana Bladers were last.
We're last in the group. Extremely very disappointing. Which team did you go for here? You went for Ivory Coast.
Zambia and Ivory Coast.
Yes, you went for Zambia and Ivory Coast.
Yes.
But this place, you got it wrong, and I got this place right.
I said Guinea. I said Guinea and Congo.
Guinea and Congo. You said Guinea and DR Congo. I picked Tanzania. I think I also too in the comment section too. Pick Tanzania to actually qualify. But you know what happened here is that I picked Tanzania and Guinea. So indirectly too, it's the same thing.
Let me tell you why Mr. Adido went for Tanzania. It's all those backside. Because of backside.
Yes, backside. That is actually where he went for Tanzania.
He went for Tanzania because of backside.
Not because of backside, because of the league. I follow their league very well, and I can see that they are really improving. And they are praising that woman. See, every day they praise that woman. That they are praising, they praise her for supporting their football. So that's why I wait for it. Yeah.
What did you go for here? I know you actually. What did you go
Mali,
for here?
Definitely.
Yeah, you went for Mali.
Guinea-Bissau.
You went for Guinea-Bissau because I picked Mozambique here. I picked Mozambique there. What about this place? You went for Cameroon and
Cameroon and Kenya. I think Kenya.
Namibia.
Was it Zimbabwe or Kenya?
No, you went
for Namibia. Okay.
I went for Namibia. So I also went for Namibia. Then I didn't know that Zimbabwe will come out good. I don't know that they will be able to organize themselves, get a foreign coach. They did that. They were able to actually qualify for this AFCON. I didn't expect that one. That's going to actually do that. But what about this part? I think this one we cancel out each other because we predicted that It's going to be Uganda and South Africa, me and you, and also what. So indirectly too, it's like a draw, And okay, I want to ask you whether we predict nearly all of these teams, correct? Do you think that African football is this predictable like that? Do you think so? Despite that, we can see some shocking results, but still, these big boys still, they came out on top. Most of them.
It's still a bit predictable, honestly. It's still a bit predictable.
Mm-hmm.
It's still a bit predictable because we know who is who. We know what is what. So that's it.
That is it. Despite shocking win from Rwanda, they still didn't qualify for the AFCON. So I just think that one thing or the other, it's just go up to this level. So let me just ask you this question. I'm going to just try and backtrack slightly. Looking at this group clearly here, Gambia, they have been investing in their football. They have Yakuba Minte, the guy from Brighton. They have these guys, young guys, scattered everywhere abroad. But a small Comoros, the husband of Ghana, they're the one that actually came and triumphed in this group. What's your take about that? On that? Despite that, Comoros don't have home stadium.
Yeah, Comoros is just an island, small country, like an island,
Yes.
And I will tell you one thing now. I seen them qualified. I wasn't surprised. Though I would have gone for Tunisia and Gambia, but I would also give Comoros a edge that maybe they'll just miss out narrowly because what they've been doing in African football for now. Look at their performance at the World Cup qualifiers. They've been consistent. Comoros have been they've been consistent. They were saying that if you put your house in order, you always achieve it. So kudos to them. And even Gambia too. We cannot really include them out. They also before if they didn't part with their coach, I'm sure they would have qualified and to have been a very difficult group. Like that of Guinea, that of Guinea, Tanzania, and co. So good job for us.
I agree with you. Morocco won all the 6 games. They scored 26 goals and they conceded only 2. That's like the best in Africa.
It's been like, honestly, what Morocco did is this is time for us to gel, to understand each other better. They are just preparing. They want to win it. It's so obvious. They are preparing. They use this qualification as period of preparations before they even start the main preparation. And that's planning. That's why planning. They could have not sat back and said, we'll not play qualifiers, already qualified. But they want their team to gel. They want to embed so that because when the competition comes, there's no time for you to really work on the team. But now, if they have like a certain level of understanding of each other, it will go a long way for them.
I agree with you. Very good from Morocco. Let me just take comments quickly from Idols that is not actually here. It will be difficult to overtake 2 Egyptian teams. That's talking about Enyimba. He's now here with us. Greetings to you, Evan Denny. Crypto Blockchain said that France 4 Nigeria 0 tomorrow. We hope that it will not happen. Manolo Etuk, he said that my club don't cuckoo relegate to NN. I'm sorry about that. Sorry,
that's not Sporting Lagos.
And so said that maybe the Sporting Lagos. I'll say that how is insurance last on the table after just 1 season of Shuaibu not available to them? So John Jones said that Wafu A should match with Wafu B. No, because of we have 2 strong teams in those regions. It's going very hard for us to actually match. Collar Bright said that CAF is really trying. I agree with Collar Bright. So who's the new manager? We'll go get into that later. And Salam said that Appassionato Capotituti of Nigeria football. He's talking about Idol tunes. He's trying to actually want it. So you have to have a nickname. So I can be calling you maybe Ateta of I don't know, because I know that that's your manager's name. Moso Adugunwa, that's Mo said that bad boy Smith, like, no, you can't say bad boy Smith, like, why is it bad boy Smith? Because I mean, Odubayo Omobola said that we need to ask what the mindset of the NFF is about the Super Eagles. Do we just want to be competing or we want to be the best? Nigeria should be less out of the top 20 in the world. I agree with you. So
don't be surprised if we bring a French manager as a Super Eagles coach, bilateral relationship.
Yes, so my man I'm watching you. That's my brother from South Africa. I'm watching you from a bar, the genius of football. Thank you. Say good from South Africa. Don't worry, we're gonna see next year. So that's my guys regular contributor. So Comoros is at the top of their World Cup group. So if I'm not mistaken, yes, the top of the World Cup group. So Taiwo Kwani said that honestly, Super Eagles needs an experienced and tactical coach that will take the right invitation and selection, or else disaster is looming. I agree with you. Surah, Rafiat, I hear you. So I just think that we need to actually get our ass together. Thank you guys for the comments, guys. Keep those comments coming. So let me just move on so that we can just dive in straight away. So this group B, let me just tell you more about Botswana's story. Botswana have the youngest FA president in Africa. When they beat Cape Verde, their manager left. They went to go and get a manager from like Galaxy. Is it TX Galaxy team in Botswana? Their best team there. They got the manager there. The manager got the results to make them qualify for this AFCON. That is Botswana there. And this team does not just come ordinary. Botswana won the 200 meters at the Olympic Games. Guys, did you forget, guys? So, when you invest in football, when you invest in sports, it yields results. The guy that won the 200 meters, he started from secondary school.
Secondary school, yes.
So it's not by mistake for them to actually build him to that level. And Botswana too, they have qualified for the women's AFCON, qualified for the men's AFCON. To tell you that they are doing something right in Botswana. So, and I just wish them the very best of luck. But Dabada, let me just move on to you. Joe, okay, I think he actually he left. But let me just ask Anderson. Your beloved Cape Verde will not be your beloved Cape Verde will not be going to this next year's AFCON. What was your take on that? How disappointed are you?
Thank you so much for that question. So I feel sorry for my friends, because my friends are Cape Verdeans, like OJB and the whole Ewa. They are the Cape Verdeans. I'm not Cape Verdean, I'm Nigerian. So I think it shows that look at what Mauritania did at last AFCON. See, all these small countries in Africa, I think they are competing very well. They are competing very well. I went to check the last qualifiers for Botswana. Botswana didn't do bad, but they were just unlucky to qualify. But it shows that when you keep perseverance goes a long way. When you keep working hard, you're going to get it right. Now look at the point between Botswana and Mauritania. I think Cape Verde, they lost most of their players. That didn't qualify. But against Botswana, and most of their players they play in the league. That's why I say, see, if your league is well organized, it won't be hard for you to get the best leg to represent your country.
Yeah, I agree with you.
And the coach their coach is from their league, and he knows. I'm sure the guy who's on Botswana will go and pick all the players from his own club. Yeah, that's just it. So good job for Botswana.
And let me just call you at the end of this thing. After the first two games of the qualifiers, Botswana did not have any points. Can you see? Egypt 6 points, Cape Verde 3 points, Mauritania 3 points. That's why I tell you that it's not over. Qualify is a marathon.
Yes.
Don't write anybody off. Zimbabwe in our qualifier group now that is last. Don't write them off. So you need a German or a Dutch coach. Super Eagles last, to be honest. Yeah. Otherwise, we defend your shame with the past history, and you used to beat South Africa 4-0. Those
Yes,
stories wake up Nigeria. Yeah, we used to beat South Africa 4-0, but
yes.
now we're not. It's not like that again. No. So let me just move on to group E and F. Group E there's a unique team here. the Equatorial Guinea. So Equatorial Guinea will be participating in this next year's AFCON again. So what do you think Morocco should be expecting from Equatorial Guinea? You know, should that man lead their contingent to Morocco?
If he tries that in Morocco, I think they will castrate him because it's an Islamic country where they can't allow such a thing. I think good job for them. They were there last AFCON in our group. They played very well. We had suspended captain Emilio Nsue, who won the high golden boot. They did very well last AFCON. And I think it shows that these guys are not relenting. They are still working. I was surprised to see Togo missed out, even though they are also trying to do well now. And like I said at the beginning, I think football is leaving our region, West Africa.
Yes, I think so. Yeah, thank you. So, and also, I want to talk about this thing, but I want to also talk about Ghana. For me, I like Ghana. And forget about this banter, this Jollof Derby. I like Ghana. You know, I like to listen to Ghana news. I just think that there's a lot of similarity between Ghana and Nigeria. I like Ghana so much. I like Africa in general. I like Africa. Africa is my mind. When I see that black skin, you know, I enjoy Africa. But let me just talk about Ghana. You know, when you say example of a failure, Ghana, is it? Just going down. The last time Ghana won an AFCON game was in 2019. AFCON game. Ghana, that when we see Ghana, we run away. Before in the 80s to 90s. Yes, we run away. It's 91, 92, that time. It's 90. Yeah. So I don't know what happened to them, but I just think that you know, they just been mismanaged. The league is not good again. I think the current president, Koto Kreku, is not doing well currently in Ghana. I think that Ghana also need to invest in infrastructure. So no matter how you want to blame those players, I can tell you that the state of the Ghana pitch is horrible. It's horrible. They need to actually invest in infrastructure. And for me, I think that you know, coaching too was lacking. I just think that there's a lot of things that is actually missing in Ghana. Ghana doesn't produce like I longer now. They only produce midfielders and defenders. So there's no flair. You know, they call them the Brazilians of Africa before. There's nothing like that any longer. So I think that you know, it's a big shame for Ghana. For me, I'm really sad for Ghana, but congrats to Sudan and congrats to Kosi Appiah, the former coach of Ghana, to qualify in Sudan for this tournament. So Zambia, Ivory Coast, I don't think we should just talk about that war, you know, it's normal. But one highlight of this thing I want to talk about basically was Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe just came back from a FIFA ban. And now, Zimbabwe, they are now in the AFCON. You know, what a comeback story. So I just want to ask you this question. Do you think Zimbabwe is actually back to, you know, to recording again in African football?
I can say that, you know, because like Zimbabwe, like Kenya, you know, they were both banned by FIFA, you know, and they not allow that to overwhelm them. So I think Zimbabwe did a very good job, you know, when they got a good foreign coach, and the coach has also been combing the whole world to see people of Zimbabwean descent, you know. I remember they used to have that in Bruce Grobella, former Liverpool coach, stuff like that. You know, I think that's why, sorry, I'll just let me quickly chip in this. That's why Morocco is able to win all the matches, because after the World Cup, they didn't do it at the AFCON. They were like, no, this is a shame on us. They went, they changed most of their teams. They went to get most of their foreign-born players that are now in their team. Look at the results. Look at the results. When you talk about Ghana, see, if you don't be careful, what just happened to Ghana is looming. He's doing waiting for us. He's waiting for us. So I think Zimbabwe, they did very well, and I appreciate them. I appreciate them.
Yes. So thank you for that. So let me just look at this group K: South Africa, Uganda, Congo, South Sudan. See, you know, after the first game, South Africa played against Uganda that they drew 2-2 at home to Uganda. I thought that, oh, South Africa might be finished in this group. But I won't lie to you, they went to South Sudan to beat Sudan. They beat Congo. They drew, they just stood those results. And I watched the game against Rwanda, against Uganda away from home, and also against Congo, against South Sudan away from home. Those are my short performances. This is what I want from the Eagles. I want Nigeria to go away from home and go and take, dominate. South Africa went to Uganda. The way they handled Uganda that day, I was so surprised that they could do all these things. So tell me that it's a team that is growing under Hugo Bruce. It's a team that's actually maturing day by day. I think that this team came third in the last AFCON, and the national normal thing is for this team to play in the final of the next AFCON. And you won't bet against this team from winning the AFCON. For me, when we started the prediction for the next year's AFCON, they're going to be one of the teams that I'm going to tip to look for a way to get to semi-finals again and even probably play in the finals. For me, they are growing very well. They're trying to inject new players to the team. And that's why I'm watchful that Nigeria should be very careful with this African team in the World Cup. Though I know that next year it's like 4 months away, to get the game, the match qualifying, the match qualifiers. Things can say what happen. Players can pop up from anywhere. But I can tell you that South Africa, they're the right track. So I want to ask you about Senegal. I don't know. Senegal, in between the qualifiers, Senegal actually lost their coach, Aliou Cissé. But same old story. They only lost 2 points. What's your take about Senegal?
So let me just tip in this Nigeria, this is a Yoruba proverb where you say, Babaku, that when a father dies, another father will take over. See, that's what we are talking about. When you lose a coach, get another good coach. You don't have to progress. You have to improve. You have to progress. So if you lose what do you call him, Guardiola, then go for Ancelotti. Don't lose Guardiola and go for Lampard. No, it doesn't work that way. See, it shows that these guys, they are doing something right, which maybe we should go and understudy them and learn what they are doing right.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I wasn't surprised that we all expected them to qualify. Exactly, we expected them to qualify. So there's no big deal.
Yeah. So thank you. That's that on the AFCON group, and let's move on back home now. Super Eagles, the best. They are not the nominees for this category, but as usual, the man in the middle, Ademola Lookman, nominated for what? For the attacker of the year. So this has been a very good year for Ademola Lookman. In all honesty, from playing the final of the AFCON, from winning the Europa League, I think this is the best year in Lookman's career. And also too, Ekong too also got nominated for the defender of the year. Well, I want to ask you the question about Lookman. When last do you see a player that have the type of year before in Nigeria? When last did you see a player like that? He's writing history every day. His games are getting more matured every day. He's so consistent with his game. He's scoring goals. He's the leader of his team. He's ticking all the right boxes. For a player that was saying that wasn't good enough for Everton, wasn't good enough for Leipzig, wasn't the priority for Leicester, is now on top of the world now. What's your take about this guy?
I always say this. Number one, age is age, because when he was considered not good enough, the boy was still young. But that boy did not stay to what they said about him. He kept on working hard. He went out and worked on himself, and I will appreciate all the coaches he has worked with. I appreciate his family, because when I watched his interview, he said his family is very right behind him. And the boy also believed in his ability. A player that won under 20 for England, their first under 20 victory. I mean, call the one for England. The boy did not look at himself. He was good enough. He became I think was the Everton youngest player back then after Rooney. When he came to Everton, the boy knew the potential in him and worked on himself. And here he is today. He's even greater than the Everton that said wasn't good enough. He's even great because as of today, Everton cannot be part of the clubs that can bid for Ademola Lookman.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I think boy worked on himself, and I think like I will be saying, Ademola Lookman is a blessing to Nigeria because he can enter any national team in the whole world.
Yeah. So let me just take comments quickly. When the wolf cry, our regular contributor here, I will post the link very soon. When the wolf cry, I'm just try and post the link very soon to the chat box quickly. Guys, go on YouTube. Go and subscribe Gant Football 2 on YouTube. The link is actually what now there on YouTube and also what on Facebook. So let me just take this comment quickly. Good evening to you, Monaco Matt. Lookman is not playing African style of football, but South American. So Lookman will make first team Brazil national team right now, and no other Super Eagle player can do that. So that was from Crypto Blockchain Rewards. So let me also take comments from on this thing too. So Taiwo, I said honestly, Super Eagle needs an experienced tactical coach that will make the right invitation and selection, or else disaster is looming. Okay, my brother from South Africa said that you need a German or a Dutch coach. Super Eagles is lost, to be honest. Otherwise, you will defend, your shame with past glories. Hey, you used to be South Africa 4-0. Those stories wake up Nigeria. No, actually, what I agree with that. We used to beat them 4-0, but things have actually changed. So, West African has been poor. That's John James said that too much corruption. Only Senegal is doing well. Okay. There's so I said that I need to buy a ticket to. I'm not using that one to get the grand. I thought it's like a contributor. It's just so we have same problem, with Ghana. It's only Osimhen and Lookman are saving us. Accra pitch is better now. The fact that I saw Aqua United game, Ujo is getting so bad at the moment. Yes, I agree with you. We need to get the DJ's coach. So the death of talents in Ghana, they don't have good players anymore. So and can't even help the diasporans too. But like Yamaji said that Morocco invested heavily in diaspora, despite their league being really good. So they don't relent on what? They don't actually relent in their recruitment of good players from the diaspora. Okay. So, and Osimhen has a great year in 2023. He was also imperious, but Lookman is the undisputed African player of the year. For me, I think that, this year Lookman is having, there's going to be a time going to actually debate that. This year, Lookman, and last year's Osimhen, which one is actually better. So, like as usual, at the top of the hour, I wish Lookman and Ekong the very best of luck. At the top of the hour like this, we have a new segment called the Player Focus. We have a new segment called the Player Focus. When we launched this segment, we focused on Ademola Lookman. Unfortunately, Eguavo did not listen to us. Today, we have a player that we'll focus on today. Look at him. How can this player fulfill his potential with Nigeria? And the player today is Alex Iwobi. Is Alexandra Iwobi. So that's the player we actually previewing today. Is Alex Iwobi. So let me just take comments from Footballers Connect at Speedlai. It is not interesting that our academies do well when they go out, but our national teams are struggling. Actually, something fundamental is actually is wrong. So, guys, I agree with you. Footballers Connect. So the player today focus is Alex Iwobi. So according to Usco.com, Alex Iwobi's strength actually what? True balls. He likes to play true balls. He likes to spray passes. Alex Iwobi likes what? To counter attack. Is very dangerous when it's actually what? For counter attacks. Alex Iwobi also like what? Long balls, He tries to actually what? Like long balls and also what? Want to passes, short passes. Alex Iwobi weakness is actually what? Tackling. He's not good at tackling. He's also what? Not good aerially. That's actually what Alex Iwobi's strength and actually what and weaknesses. So now let's focus on my analysis now. So I want to focus on my analysis, and so I'm just going to do my analysis. Then I will just ask you for your opinion after the analysis. Just abide with me. Just stay connected. So thank you guys again. I welcome all of you. This segment, very interesting segment. This is Alex Iwobi's game against Wolves. So that was Alex Iwobi in the box. He's waiting, he's expecting Jimenez to win that ball. Can you see? He already freed himself. But that was not even what surprised me about Alex Iwobi. When he got the ball, Alex Iwobi got to his left foot and had a calling what? He called the shot to the top right corner and to give what? Fulham the lead. For me, I know Alex Iwobi is strong with his left foot, but I don't know he's this strong. So that was very good. And another thing is this. Everton, that's what they call Fulham normally play Alex Iwobi right wing or left wing when they are playing Adama Traore, but right wing when Alex Iwobi, when maybe probably somebody's on the left, maybe Rhys James, no, not Rhys James, sorry, this guy from is he
Emmy Smith-Rowe
or Nelson, is it Nelson, the guy from Arsenal before?
It's Nelson.
Nelson. Not James. They've called James now. This is a national grid. I don't want to mention. So, no, what surprised me basically is that this guy can operate effectively. He's a forward for Everton, for Fulham. Look at the goal he scored against Leicester City. It was Alex Iwobi that led this counter attack. When he got, I think that was Winks. When he got past that guy, he didn't look back. He went in straight away and he actually scored that. He went in straight away and he actually scored that goal. Just to tell you,
we misprofile it will be in the Super Eagles.
Yes, just to tell you how important, how deadly this guy can actually be.
I remember when he broke out at Arsenal. Sorry to interrupt you. I remember when he broke out at Arsenal. He broke out as a winger.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where we got the ideology from. That Iwobi is a midfielder. As a central midfielder. I don't know where we got the ideology.
So now we can see. Okay, that was still that goal against Wolves. So this was against his former club Everton. You can see he likes to roam. He got the ball from Smith-Rowe. He drove the ball, past. Was it that Corey there? He moved
yes.
there. He actually he got to the box and he scored. He scored straight away. This was him. Can you see? He skipped past them. He went straight in the box. He had the opportunity to play Jimenez through ball, but he went straight to the box and actually he scored. Now Iwobi can play left, right. He's a forward player. Iwobi's major strength is to play through ball. As a player like that, of that quality, your coach will get you close to the box. Because that is where you can actually be very dangerous against your opponents. That is where you can cause havoc. That is where you can hurt your opposition. That's the place you can actually hurt your opponents. Very close to the box. But now I'm going to move to where look where Iwobi plays for Nigeria in national team. Look at Iwobi against Fulham. Look at against not Fulham, sorry, against Benin Republic. Look at how far Iwobi is to the forward players. This is not the only clip you can see. Look at where Alex Iwobi is. The guy that is assigned to be creating opportunity for Nigeria was Iheanacho. Everything he did was offside that day. I'm just trying to say it too. So can you see this Alex Iwobi? That was Alex Iwobi against Benin Republic. Can you see how far? How many players was ahead of Alex Iwobi? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. About 5 Nigerian players ahead of what? Alex Iwobi. Look at Benin Republic attacking too. Alex Iwobi was meant to sit with Fred Ndidi, but he was nowhere to be found. Can you see? It was only Ndidi. So it was now 3 against 1 in our midfield. To tell you that he doesn't have the discipline to defend. So if you put him right there, you actually was just trying to limit the team. So you can see again, very far off, it was far off. And the same thing too, you can see that so this was exactly what I was pointing out. Sorry, one second. Okay, it was just this thing. So you can see far off. Can you see? Benin Republic attacking, it was not actually having any impact on the game because of the role. It was actually allowed to actually play. So the guy that was meant to play in front of him was actually Kelechi Iheanacho. All the passes actually made against Benin Republic was actually offside. So what we're just trying to say, in summary, basically here is this. I want to just put something out basically here. If you know that the quality of a player like Alex Iwobi status is this, his strengths are like true balls, passing, counter-attacking threats, long balls, 2-1-2 passes and everything. And his weakness are area duels and actually tackling. And you put him as a central midfielder. How do you want him to actually cope? The goal we considered against Benin Republic was through corner kick. Alex Iwobi was one of the players actually marking the guy. So if you know that this guy has this type of quality and you still trying to play him that same role that you are playing him, I think you're just trying to set him up for failure. And with this, you cannot get the best out of this young man for Nigeria. This man is going towards the end of his Super League career. People don't know. And I can tell you that this guy did not fulfill his potential. Because of what? Not because of him, because of mismanagement. Alex Iwobi is better playing in the right wing than any of our right wingers now, in my own opinion. For me, I think Alex Iwobi will be more effective than Samuel Chukwueze in that place. And Alex Iwobi will be more effective than Kelechi Iheanacho in that position. That's my take. So I just think that we need to look for a way to make it actually work for this boy, so that at the end of the day we can all benefit. And when this guy leaves the national team, we know that he tried his best for Nigeria and actually he fulfilled his potential. But for me, I just hope that a coach that is strong enough, a coach that understands him very well, will come in and actually get the best out of him. And this one too is not only about national team. Even his club side, he has played under different managers. They don't even know how to use him until Marco Silva of Fulham came in and started playing this role. For me, I think that if Nigeria wants to make sure that our right wingers, the right wing works very well, and we get opportunity from our right wing position, Chukwueze is not the answer. For me, I think the player that can lock that position down now is Alexandra Iwobi of Fulham FC. That is my take on Alex Iwobi. I wish him the very best of luck. I wish the NFF get a new coach that will understand what I'm saying now and be able to help this guy and help Nigeria in total and help Nigeria in general to get the best out of this actually what young man. So that was like camera is awful. So let me just start with Edotum. Edotum, what's your take about Alex Iwobi? And talk. You can talk.
Smith, like you have said it all. Honestly, I think I agree with you 100%. Well, I mean, profiling Iwobi is what I would say. What misprofiling you, and also maybe we don't have better quality than him in the central areas. But the best where we are lacking badly on the right wing and the action option is Alex Iwobi. That's our best option. Is that because even defensively he's going to help.
Yeah.
Like defensively he's going to help on that wing. Because he never relents. He's always pushing, always trying to push. So honestly, like the next coach we get needs to profile our players right. It's very important. It's just like Lookman too. When he first came, I saw him playing on the wing. Play him as an inside forward.
Does he play him as an inside forward now? Up to now.
That's he playing as a winger.
I know as a winger now.
Right. I know, yes, that's what I'm saying. Play him as an inside forward for you to get the best out of him. But I wish everybody the best, and I hope that we can get things right.
Yes. So, Edotum, your thoughts about our player today, Alex Iwobi?
Thank you very much. I think I'll be saying it that we need to use our players the way they use in their club size, where they give their best, And I've been saying that I think everybody started playing, it won't be a Super 10 because of his uncle. And we can see, like what you put there, he has same weaknesses just like his uncle. But now, why can't you just look at, this guy is doing well for Fulham, playing from the wing? If you say, okay, we can't, why don't you play him from the wing? Is it a crime if we bench, what do you call him? Is it a crime if we bench my player, Chukwueze? We know we bench Simon. So I can just let us use these guys where we feel they will give us the best. What we care about. But when you use these guys where they play week in, week out, you don't get the best from them, and they will not be able to give you that 100%. They want to, but they will struggle because that's where they play. So I think we should please use these guys where we feel they are going to give us the best. That's my own on that. And like I said, I've watched Iwobi plays where from the wing. Either you play from the right or from the left, the guy gives his best. For for Fulham, I watch him. When this guy's playing, that FT Spanish guy, Traore, then he goes to the left and he gives his best. Another thing, Iwobi can play behind the strikers. He can play behind the strikers. Why can't you just use him there? Must we play some players because we love them or because what they have done for Eagles in the past? No. That's my take on that. Thank you.
Thank you. So let me just try and take some comments quickly about it before we actually wrap it up on this part. So my friend Juven Photography said that it was Pesero that started it. Okay. Footballers said that the problem coaches saw Alex Iwobi as unplayable, but also wanted to fit some players, at the same time. So hence they try to actually they try to experiment with him in the middle. Total failure. I agree with you. What's your take on that? He says they saw him as unplayable. They don't want to drop to certain players. What's your take on that, Dawada?
Honestly, nobody should be bigger than the team. If you're not performing, you should get dropped. That's my take.
Yes, for me, it's something that if you are shown, you should be dropped. So now the question to us is this: somebody said that if we deploy Alex to the wings in the Super Eagles, who stays on the bench?
Oh, thank you very much for that question. The ones that are not doing well, they stay on the bench.
Yeah.
Why do you keep playing Iheanacho? Iheanacho has not been doing well in the past couple of seasons now. Then put him on the bench or don't invite him. Chukwueze, like I said, his game is not like NEPA light. Something that's fluctuating, and that was on the bench. We let us start the people that play that we know they will give us the result. Even in next minute now, Chukwueze will just come shine like for like two games. I'll be off for like 5 games. I can't bench them. Everybody is benchable. Everybody's benchable. So we can bench those ones and play Alex Iwobi. That's just it.
Yeah. Actually, I agree with you on that. So do you want to have a take on that? Who stays out? If Iwobi plays on the wings, who stays out?
Chukwueze
for me. Chukwueze for me too. I think Chukwueze stays out for me. I think Chukwueze can come in later, but I think Chukwueze stays out because I think Iwobi will deliver the good cross. Yeah, Chukwueze doesn't cross the ball.
Doesn't.
So if Chukwueze doesn't cross the ball, he's starving what? Osimhen. Yes, because if you check it very well, our crosses come from Simon.
Yes.
On the left.
Yes.
It comes from Simon on the left. The right flank is dead. He's dead, completely dead. Nothing is there. Chukwueze does not cross the ball. He cuts inside. When he cuts inside, he wants to play 1-2. He doesn't cross the ball. So, and for me, and I think that Alex Iwobi is a more tricky player compared to Chukwueze because he can use both right and left. Chukwueze right leg is as useless as facts. It's already like it's as useless as that. So for me, I think that it's left foot. I think that the guy that can play with both right and left foot could be considered for that. So let me just take comments too. So Deploy said Iwobi can play behind the striker. Agreed, but with the way we set up, he go add. Okay, that's a comment from Footballers Connect. So DXA, why was that? Iwobi would do well for Super Eagles at the right wing position, 100%. I agree with that, 100%. So Slicky for that I wish Cerezo can show what lazy. The issue is this: our coaches don't even educate themselves. You know that about these guys. All we're saying now, I'm pretty sure that even Cerezo does not even know where they play Iwobi. It just I don't know. I don't have another idea of this where these guys' strengths are. Because if a guy is struggling out to mark, and you ask what we're playing for, to be playing in front of the defense, to be playing for he cannot mark, he has issues with area duels too. It's part of our set piece routine. What's going to happen? So that he can play behind the striker, but I don't think he will deliver as a winger. For me, I think he will deliver as a winger. So if we set up our Eagles today, our best men will be Simon and Lookman. What's the take on that? He said that if we set up Super Eagles today, that the best man will be Lookman and Simon. Do you agree with that?
They placed both wings. So they both play same wings. You cannot say they are best wingers, honestly. Maybe, yes, let's say they are best wingers, but they both play on the same wing. So we have a challenge. None is comfortable playing on the other wing to give us a good performance to play on the other wing. So
for me, you cannot say Lookman is a winger. That's what I don't like.
Exactly.
Lookman is not a winger. Lookman is a forward. It's not just a winger. You can just have that type of talent and go and throw him in a wing. Imagine coach asking Lookman to be crossing to Osimhen. Lookman self should be the main man.
Yeah, yes, it's a utility player up front.
Do you know Guardiola? That's all he knows. I don't know. But, it was only in Russia 2018 that forced to use players at their position after losing the first game. Okay. So, and the comment from here too said that Taiwo Kwane said that Kalasaloti used to play Alex Iwobi very well. Besides, he can actually play as a central attacking midfielder or supporting striker. So front four of Osimhen, Lookman, Chukwueze, and Iwobi will produce numerous goals. For me, I don't think Chukwueze should be. I don't think Chikwueze should be Super Eagles for now. I don't just trust him. I just think that he has this mentality of winning games. I don't think so. I don't think
I
so.
think he can be there. He can be there, but he can always come in. He can be there because we can't have a player in a club as big as AC Milan and say that players don't be Super Eagles because he can be there, but he can come in. You know, but like I always say, if a player sees that he's got competition, he's got pride of him, he's going to work hard. I'm not going to lie to you, he's working hard now in AC Milan. But even at that, he cannot bench Captain America because that guy is far better than him. That just it can be.
So that is that on Alex Iwobi. We hope that Austin Eguavoen will listen to us. We hope that Austin Eguavoen will, just listen. I don't know why it should not even be the coach. I hope that
I was going to say that.
Just listen so that as who is going to be the coach, just listen attentively and actually look at what we are talking about. We're just trying to do our work and trying to pick out how these guys can actually work best for Nigeria, which is actually what I think is the most important thing. So now I've seen a lot of news, but somebody asked me to throw this thing out. I'm going to throw it out before I actually wrap it up for today. He said that this man Gennett Rohr, he said that the current Super Eagles now, that you think Gennett Rohr is better than Eguavoen. I'm going to start with Eidotun. Do you think Gennett Rohr is better than Eguavoen?
He's far better than Eguavoen. Gennett Rohr is far better than Eguavoen because if a coach can be putting a Benin Republic, a Benin team that is relatively unknown Benin team, apart from if that guy was not a Nigerian, if those two guys were not Nigerians, we would not have known them. Olaitan and Ayegun. But the only player that we know in a Benin team is Steve Mounier. Where was other sweet? But we don't know. But what this guy is doing with the Benin team, to me, is far better than Eguavoen. And the victory Eguavoen had against Rohr, to me, were purely based on the player's ability. Player based on the player's ability. And this is a man that handled the team before. Yeah. Most of all the players, they played under him. So he's better than Eguavoen and can do well. He can still do well. He didn't really do bad for when he was coach of Nigeria. We just said, maybe he wasn't playing beautiful football. I wanted beautiful football. Look at how beautiful football has led us to. To me, he is far better than Eguavoen. That's just it.
Yeah, your take.
Smith, there's no comparison. That's it. There's no common. There's no comparison. Somebody who took us to the World Cup. Come on, there's nothing to compare.
Yeah,
that's right. There's nothing to compare.
For me, so I also think that I think it's actually more tactically actually better than Eguavoen. I think that Eguavoen does not think, does not understand the game as much as the way this man actually understands it. It's sad. It's so sad that Eguavoen is just like this. I just hope that I think it's too late for him to go and dust his CV because let's be honest with ourselves. Who guys? Do you guys know this guy called Pierce that used to coach Man City before? Is he start Pierce?
Stuart Pierce.
Stuart Pierce. Who knows the guy? The guy is not coaching again now. He don't retire. He's not coaching again. Some of these guys that started when the government was coaching, they're not coaching again now. So you should just they're not coaching again now. You should just look for a way. I don't want to this thing. I don't want to start this thing, but and compare Benz and Jalopy. They compare Benz and Jalopy. Okay, no, I don't want to say Eguavoen is Jalopy. And you say, but so just the final question basically now is this. Somebody asked me to. This is like odd now because the reason I'm saying this is because Eguavoen's mentor is Guardiola, and that person wants the question to go to Dagbada. Dagbada. So that you think that Guardiola is losing it. We are talking about it just because his mentor is Nigerian. He's a Nigerian guy. you guys know that the tiki-taka is dead?
Tiki Taka is not dead.
Mm-hmm.
Tiki Taka has just been modern. It has evolved.
Mm-hmm.
But people that Tiki Taka of Eguavon, he did not evolve. He does not even know the basics. He does not know the foundation.
Mm-hmm.
He does not know the shape. Eguavon does not even have pressing shape. What's his build up shape? When we are building up, how do we build up?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of press do? Does it do zonal presses or it does a man-to-man press?
Uh-huh.
What's our build up shape? Do we do a 3-3-2 or 4-2?
Mm-hmm.
How do we talk in our midfielders? Our midfielders, are they entering the zone 10?
Yes.
So let's go into those details.
Yes. So for me too, I also think that it needs to just be knowledgeable. It needs to actually increase what he's been learning, so that it can actually benefit Nigeria. So now, finally, because we don't actually wrap it up now, we're already like 5 minutes before we wrap it up. So no caller here. Somebody's trying to join in, but it's joining and going back. So there'll be no time to actually take you. Apologies for that. So that was Nigerian football. We are going towards the end of the year now, and it's going to be December. This is the last Friday of November. We're going to December very soon now. What's your wish for Nigerian football in the new year?
For us to get back to where we're meant to be.
We're meant to be, okay.
Qualify for the World Cup. First step.
First step, yes.
No, that's not the first step. Get the right coach. Get the right backroom staff.
Yes. Get the right coach.
An atmosphere where the players will thrive.
Yes.
And be disciplined.
Yes. Yes.
That's the first step.
In the comment section, so tell us too, what do you want from Nigerian football in the new year? So what do you want from Nigerian football in the new year?
I would take from where I stop. Get the right coach, a good coach, a coach that is tactically disciplined and morally disciplined, and a coach that will not settle for less, even when picking his backroom staff. Not coaches that will go and bring somebody that is secondary school physio to come and be the physio of Spice Goose. Get the right coach and invite players based on merit. Based on merit, so that our football can go back to what it used to be. Yeah. Maybe by so doing, we can leapfrog all those in front of us and backfire ourselves at the World Cup. Thank you.
Thank you. So somebody asked me that which coach would I advise the NFF to actually employ? For me, I think they should go and employ Tom Saintfiet. If you are ready to employ Tom Saintfiet, sometimes when we quit his job in Mali and take over the job of Nigeria, the dream job of Tom Saintfiet is for him to coach the Super Eagles of Nigeria. And I can tell you that if Tom Saintfiet coached Nigeria will beat South Africa to the World Cup ticket. I just think so, because I think that's a guy that didn't go and check his DNA. He understands African football so much. He knows the terrain very well. But because it's a guy that will not shift his sword, it's a guy that is very disciplined, they will not actually they will not employ him. So next week, I will profile my top 3 coaches that I want the NFF to actually get. I will profile them along with our player focus. I'm going to actually profile. I'm going to tell you about the style of play. I'm going to tell you about how the Super Eagles, how we can use our players in a style of play that can actually make sure that Nigeria actually thrive under him. So just this last comment before I actually call it a day. We need an experienced foreign coach which is disciplined. Our football infrastructure should be renovated and maintained. MPFL needs total overhauling. I think you did not say everything you said there is actually correct. The NFF, the NPFL actually needs total overhauling. There's nothing in the league now. No, when I say there's nothing in the league, a lot of people are coming at me like, why now? Why are you saying this now? There's nothing in that league again. We need a total overhauling. I don't want to spend. So I went to Ruud van Nistelrooy, but he's going to Leicester City. Oh, sorry about that. Ruud van Nistelrooy, where do you want to pay him? Maybe you will pay him with anything with this. So thank you. I want to appreciate all of you for actually joining from Instagram to Facebook to YouTube. I want to actually appreciate you for actually joining for this under Friday Night Football Club. Can you see? We don't pay you that now. See, no, they go club. So that's why you actually were here. But the funniest thing is this: some people they ban now, they watch us. Say, these people, you can't pin us down. So we like to join, please. When next week? It's 10 p.m. UK time next week. Slide 2311. 10 p.m. UK time next week. We join, we'll be here live. We'll preview 3 top coaches that I think the NFF should take, and also wish the salary and how they can actually the salary and how NFF can actually pay them. I don't have money to borrow them, but how they can pay them. Go to different people that can borrow them money to pay them. So that is that. So So who will be your star player this weekend for Nigeria? Who do you think is going to score for among the young players this weekend?
Taiwo Awoniyi.
Hey, yeah, me too. I'm rooting for Taiwo Awoniyi. I don't think that Lukman and Osimhen will score this weekend. Osimhen is just scoring like no man's business. I think that league is too easy for him. I don't know. Who is going to be your star player this weekend for Nigerian players?
The usual suspects, Ademola Lookman.
Ademola Lookman. Okay,
Yeah,
Ademola Lookman. So, and let me just say this thing too, guys. We're gonna have a new program. I'm gonna actually we're gonna have a new program, but it's not gonna be live. It's gonna be like a slightly recorded. It's just gonna be like a convo. It's gonna be like a small convo. And I said this thing before that it's gonna be like a trivia / and I tell that whether it's going to be my first guest. This is knowledge about. You had that day when I was in the Instagram live. We're not there again. You don't come out. I said that now you go be my first guest. Say I don't now you go be the referee. So me and I go be our moderator. So me and you when the weather go tackle.
I stand Gidigba.
So it's not. So you're going to pick your club. Maybe you're going to pick Arsenal. Then we'll start asking you questions on Arsenal for 60 seconds.
Wow.
Yes. How many you get will now, it's going to be like a football quiz. I'm going to actually explain it to you much better. But
let's go. Let's have it. What if I don't pick Arsenal?
No, you will pick. We'll give you options. For example, now, if I have to explain this too, because despite being a referee, it seems to come and play. So it will be similar. So we ask you questions about from the easy one to the hard one. And there is one part of the show that where we show a graphic of a player moving from different country to the other. In 30 seconds, you tell us the player. We don't name the player, we just show you the graphic of the player moving from one country to the other. That shows his journey of football. In 30 seconds, you will tell us that player. So we're gonna we'll go tell us the player. So,
let's have it.
So all right, guys, thank you for joining, and I'm gonna see you next week. Thank you.